Hey YouTube, I'm back with another commentary video because I think my last one did pretty well. So today we're going to be playing a game against Team Liquid's current LCS jungler, Umti, and Legit Korea, who's playing Ari, and Philip, who's also a Tier 2 pro, I believe. And on my team we have Licorice, and that's basically all of the people that are decently well known in this game. So in my previous video, I kind of just talked about whatever for 30 minutes, but I guess right now, for this video, I wanted to have like an overarching topic of discussion on my mind. So today, I'm going to be talking more about what differentiates me between other junglers, and I think the Pentalist playstyle, or what other people have told me it is. Karthus is, I think, burns flash here for no reason. I don't even know why. I don't care what happens following this game. But yeah. If you notice, or if you watched any of my gameplay or many of my streams, you notice I don't play exactly the same as other junglers. I feel like other junglers in this region play almost exactly the same, except for the top ladder. They have the same playstyles, they have the same champion pools, they have the same tendencies. They all, in my opinion, have something what I like to call main character syndrome. They all just want to be the one that carries the game, and the one that basically wins the game for a team. But if you watch me play, you can see how my champion pool is different. I have been playing a lot of Nunu, Skarner, and Maokai. And those champions don't really just like solo carry the game. You really need your teammates to perform in order to win the game. So what is the difference between my playstyle and other junglers? Well, I think in the early game, it could be just summed up as sacrificing your own resources to basically just get your team ahead. A lot of junglers, or a lot of advice told to like anybody when they're getting coached, or anybody when they're just playing the game as jungle, is to just, for the first rotation of camps, just full clear and just kill all your camps before you even consider doing something else. Obviously, you can see this is like a fine playstyle to have in my opinion. It gets you level 4. You do get a lot of resources from it. But I think you just like lack any of the creativity in the game when you're just dedicated to just full clearing every game. And that's something that I really despise. Basically like treating League of Legends as a game that has always the same constant, always the same playstyle. So what I like to do is I like to really heavily favor early game ganks more, right? Most laners would not expect you to gank before you clear all your camps. So that's a situation that can be taken advantage of. So, like, right now in this example, this is not a common timer to be ganking 250, and Ari, for some reason, misses her charm, even though he has, like, at least 2 million points on Ari. But yeah. Even though I got myself behind because I'm now, like, slower by 20 seconds on clearing every camp compared to this Vi, I just basically won my mid laner of the game because he now has to recall and TP back to base, TP back to his lane, and also burn flash at the same time. But a lot of other junglers, they would not go for this playstyle. And they'll just like hit red and Grubs here. I think this fight is a bit weird. Karthus dies here, but luckily Karthus passive was OP, and we managed to secure a kill. I was really shocked when I saw a pro LCS jungler fail that wall flash, but hey, I guess it happens. And because I basically neutered Ari early game, she wasn't able to get any kills there, because if she had flash, I think I would have died. And my ballmates definitely not happy with each other. I'm not sure what happened in chat. I don't really care. I told myself to just block out all of the noise. Who really cares if they get mad at each other? At least in solo queue. It's funny in lower elos, but if you really want to win, you should not be paying any attention to Flame. But yeah. Even though I, in my opinion, sacrificed, basically I didn't do my Krugs. I think Vi also cleared one camp. But Vi's trying to punish me here because she has items on me. And I thought she was about to like kill me at my Grump. But I decided to contest it anyways. But luckily she decided to go back top. And she didn't really find anything. I don't even think I'm best of flashed. But yeah. Now after I take this Grump, I am 2 camps up on her. And I have more ganks than her, basically. which is just kind of insane. If you're playing a normal jungle playstyle like all the other junglers, what would have happened in this game is that we both would have cleared 6 camps and we would have had the bot fight. But if we had the same bot fight, then Ari would have moved first, and then we would have basically been screwed. So yeah, at least in the early game, that's what, in my opinion, the Pentalist playstyle is about. It's what other people know me for. It's kind of annoying, because since you play against the same people in high elo over and over again, they get used to your habits. They kind of know that I can cheese ganks, so I've been trying to like kind of bluff them out like a game of poker. Sometimes I'll be able to full clear, and they'll be just paranoid and dropping CS and doing all of these random stuff to try and avoid getting ganked. But sometimes if I try for early game ganks, they can't be bothered to like ward properly or like think properly about my ganks. And this creates like another layer of mind game, in my opinion, about jungling, which I don't think a lot of other junglers have. In my opinion, especially if you look at the challenger ladder, I bet you like 80% of the junglers do the same thing and would do the same thing this game, or similar. Like they would just full clear up or bottom. The one notable exception of this in my mind is Yukino Cat. I wouldn't say that he's like a similar playstyle to me where he ganks more. Instead of trying to abuse the enemy laners, he tries to abuse the enemy junglers a lot more, which I appreciate playing against unique playstyles a lot. But yeah, for early game, that's basically what the Pentalist playstyle is all about. I just think like if anybody's ever gotten like coaching in the past and they just told you to just only full clear, it probably is good for temporary elo, but I really think it's hard to climb to like the top ranks of League of Legends if you're just doing the same thing as other people. Like if you're playing the same game, you can see why it's harder to beat them, but I'm trying to play a different game than them, basically. So I guess I should talk about this game more. I made the mistake of trading Dragon with Grubs with me. I guess she didn't really have a choice, but if you're ever playing a game of League of Legends and you're a jungler, you need to get the first rotation of Grubs. Like, I feel like every time I don't fight the first rotation of Grubs, I just lose the game, because 6 Grubs is ironically the best objective in the game, aside from, like, aside from Soul and Baron and Elder. But, like, it's just so much better than Dragons. It's insane. Like, I would choose to take 6 Grubs over 3 Dragons at this point, even though, like, the 3rd Dragon doesn't spawn in time. Cassante dies to a gank. He actually messed up mechanic there. I think he tried to W my W, so he's like unstoppable during it and won't get CC'd. But I managed to like time my snowball so that he would get CC'd right after he releases W. So that's why he died. But unfortunately, my Ambessa did get killed. Maybe I should have pushed a wave, but I don't feel like it's too big of a problem, because if you look mid lane, Ari drops a wave and loses a tower play for it, which is honestly about equivalent to 300 gold, right? So it's not that bad. But yeah. Also, I forgot to mention in this game, they're playing Cassiopeia Singed ball lane, and we're playing Karthus Maokai ball lane. And those are not normal ball lanes. Like, I feel like when people are playing non-standard stuff, it throws off the pace of the game so much. Like here, I have no idea if they can actually invade me or not, but I think luckily they chose to dive bot on a weird timer. I don't think this is such a bad dive if they knew that I'm there here, but I guess like they did not know. I managed to take 226 gold shutdown off of Singe, which really propels me, like, it really pushes my lead in the game, especially considering I have 3 Dark Seal stacks. Like, being this far ahead on Nunu is just really good. Another thing that I think is kind of similar to Pentalist playstyle is just the champion. Nunu is really not like most other champions in League of Legends. Like, the thing about Nunu is that Nunu has a lot. Nunu has great ganks. Nunu has a good clear. Nunu has the power to steal objective. His ult is powerful. But he mainly suffers from one main problem, which that, ironically, he is bad at fighting. Nunu really wants to like outmaneuver you on a map and not fight against you directly. Like, I feel like any point this game, if I just fall 1-on-1 versus Vi, I would just literally die, because like he can auto attack me to death and I can't really do much. But most other junglers are really made to fight each other one-on-one, but Nunu, you really need a teammate to do the fighting for you early game. Of course, if you're ahead later on in the game, you can get some solo kills, but your damage is just horrible. And I guess the second part that comes into this is that Nunu is like also really, really bad at being an actual tank. Like, I think his base HP is like one of the lowest in the games. Like, and he's supposed to be like a tank. But I guess I don't build him like one. Cassante overextending again. I feel like this is a common theme. Ambessa is good for landing her ult like that, and we managed to one-shot Cassante. Luckily, Yone gets a TP in, and I don't think anything happens this fight, but the important thing to note is that in a fight right before Void Grubs, I managed to burn RVR, which is an important spell, and Vi flashed. Cassiopeia, rightfully so, wants to move up to this, but she's a bit dumb in the head because she saw me rolling the snowball and decided not to counteract it at all, and she just dies for her sins. Meanwhile, Vi is just staring at her, wondering what went wrong for this to happen to her. I feel like Vi definitely made a lot of mistakes this game, but honestly, I would be pretty mad if I was in her spot. But it's just playing against a Pentaflail's playstyle, you know? If she was playing as a normal full clearing jungler, I feel like this game would have been much different. And that's also why I feel like not a lot of people like me in the League of Legends community. They really hate my playstyle, they think it's cheesy, which is honestly fair. But there's a lot of cheesy playstyles out there. Like, I know Jamaican Banana just plays the Iron all game, and that champion is like its own host of issues. But the reason why Nunu is different is because the purpose of Nunu is to screw over other people. And that's not the same thing with a lot of champions. A lot of champions in this game, they just want to farm, they just want to get ahead. They just want to become like the carry. No, not Nunu. Nunu just wants to help everybody out, ideally. Waste a lot of your own time for ganks, and even though I help all in a lot, they're still losing for some reason, and even though I help mid lane a lot, they're still also losing for some reason. But hey, it's League of Legends, I pick up the kill, I'm at 7 Dark Seal stacks, life is good. I think they're trying to kill me there, but I don't think they actually do. Full HP with ult and flash and all of that good stuff. And they try to sneak the dragon instead, but unfortunately, I think this is a bad idea. Cassante is coming through bot side, so I can't really continue on the Vi. But I can continue on the Singe, and Singe just gets absolutely outplayed here by just getting hit by my fully charged R and my E. And on top of the cherry on top, Cassante just decides to walk in my R for some godforsaken reason as well. The amount of mistakes challengers players make is absolutely insane for people that have been playing the game all the time. Like, if you compare it to a game like chess, I get that chess has like less variables and like less stuff to worry about, but chess players definitely, like, in my opinion, the really good chess players make like maybe on average like 2 big mistakes a game. In League of Legends, the average challenger player makes like on average like 8 really big mistakes in a game. And this is, I guess, one mistake I made. I shouldn't really be diving this. It's really bad for my team. I have to burn flash, but luckily I didn't get punished. I can still keep my Dark Seal stacks. There is some hope, even though I just screwed over my ball line, basically. But yeah. Even in this spot, even though it's even in kills, 12 to 12, I feel like we still have a pretty good chance of winning. We have 6 Grubs. And Yone, right now, is demonstrating how broken the 6 Grubs is. Since he's just getting to hit top tower for free because Ari died, he's just getting so many more auto attacks off because the Grubs are spawning, and every time the Grubs spawn, they tank 2 more tower shots, which is why they're so good. Like, I think he's paying top lane. I don't know why he's paying assistance here, but he's just wailing on the tower. He has like about 2 times more time to kill the tower if he had 6 Grubs versus not, and he gets the tower here, which is not even closely remotely possible without 6 Grubs. In this play, I think they messed up a bit, but here I did get just zealous. Singe manages to flip me in this tower, and I thought I was dead, but luckily I leveled up. Pure skill, by the way, in order to survive. And yeah, there's another thing with Nunu. Most other jungle champions, in the spot where you're at 0 HP, you just have to recall. But Nunu, at most points in the game, I press Q twice, and I'm literally 3/4 HP back again. which is a nice thing about Nunu. I think it's why Nunu is considered a cheesy champion. But anyways, Cassiopeia uses her R too early. Vi just flashes into 4 people for fun. And at this point, you kind of know that they're just completely mental boom from the game. I think if I played standard, this game would not be like this, which is why they're so mad. And when I talk to other people that face me, I can tell they get really annoyed with my playstyle compared to other junglers, which is a blessing and a curse at the same time, because it makes me win more games, but they definitely don't like me as much. Another mistake in Challenger, Singe just tries to ego check the Karthus by trying to dodge every Q and fails. Like even if he like dodge every Q, he just stops Karthus recall by like 10 seconds. So there really isn't a point. Like Karthus says in chat, "What a freak," which honestly makes sense. I would be kind of concerned if I saw the enemy support doing that as well. Also, just quick trivia fact. The reason why I believe they picked Cassiopeia Singe was because Singe has a poison, and Cassiopeia has more damage on her E if the target is poisoned, so I think that's a combo, but it's not often that you see combos like this in solo queue. Meanwhile, Cassante, for a 3rd time this game, gets caught out. Normally, before I play League of Legends, there's a famous Albert Einstein quote, it's like insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. And this is basically what the Cassante has been doing all game. Overextending top over and over and not expecting to get ganked. It's kind of insane if you really think about it hard, but I guess all my explanations today is just League of Legends players, that's all it is. These are not normal players. We are not as sophisticated as the chess players in our thinking. The pink ward is actually like pretty important, because if I didn't drop the pink ward, they would just probably kill me on the spot with Cassiopeia roaming. I think she was trying to kill me on my red, but luckily I dropped the pink ward, so they don't actually know if I'm doing the buff or not. And yeah, at this point in the game, just got 4 towers to 0. It's thanks to the power of 6 Grubs. Even though 6 Grubs doesn't give you any gold or stats, it leads to situations like this. Cassiopeia decides to overextend a bit, but I guess they have a TP, so it doesn't really matter. It's kind of awkward for me to join this fight, but I guess like Ambessa has it from the backside or backline, and yeah, this basically is a wipe. And with the power of 6 Grubs and Rift Herald here, this is a lot of damage. Like, there's no way for them to stop us with only Ari and I think Singed up their support. I think Ari tries her best, but if you just look at the amount of Grub spawning, like, it's just impossible for them to defend. So we use Rift Herald and 6 Grubs to break one tower after another. I kind of don't want to take pinning him. I actually pinned my Karthus to go up top lane, which luckily he followed me. Honestly, a bit rare for him to follow me, or for your teammates to listen to pins as much. It's actually really bad to take the inhib early, so I kind of want to get off of it, but I think, unfortunately, Unga Bunga's solo queue fighting brain mandates that everybody fights forever. But yeah, I think at this point, the game is pretty doomed for them, and they just FF. But yeah, I think this is the end of the video. I talked about Penda's playstyle. If you have any questions, you can either DM me on Discord or post in the comments, and I'll be sure to reply. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I guess, I don't know how to end off YouTube videos, but I'm guessing they say subscribe if you haven't or whatever. But anyways, peace out. Bye.